and welcome to this episode of the Anti-Social Chat Show. My name's Eleanor Gould and I'm Chief Copywriter at Creative Copywriting, and here's my lovely co-host Tara.
Hi there, I'm Tara Tamiko, Digital Marketing Consultant and Certified Business Performance Coach. Thank you for calling me lovely. You're lovely too. Hi Eleanor.
This week we're talking about discovery calls. For anyone who doesn't know what a discovery call is, or clarity call, it's where we offer people a free call, a client usually before they come on board. What I want to know is, what do you actually think about them? Do you offer them? And actually, are they worth it?
Well, if you're asking me, I know you're asking everyone, but if you're asking me, yes, I do. I really do offer one. It's called a clarity call. I like alliteration, so I went with clarity over discovery. I remember. There's a lot of talk around this. I've seen this in a few groups. A lot of people talking about whether to offer it and whether it should be free. Some people charge $1. Some people charge $10. I don't charge anything. But from what I understand is that, a lot of people want something for free, so they'll waste your time, I guess, by booking a call, not turning up, or I don't know. What's your experience? I've heard so many things.
Sometimes, yes, I've had that happen to me. Some people book a call or not turn up or be really late, and it's a waste of my time, to be quite honest. Other things people tend to do is, this is the bad side of them, take away all your value and then don't hire you, that kind of thing. And I'm coming to the realization that maybe I should start charging just a nominal amount, just so people actually, there's a commitment there and people turn up. It won't be my full amount, which I usually charge for an hourly coaching call, but instead a particular amount, because quite frankly, I put out enough content and I've got testimonials about my services. If people want, a taste or an idea of what I can provide, I've already got that out there on the internet. It's free for free. So in my case, I think maybe what I am doing is, not the best approach. So I might change that going down the line. Yeah. Having said that, I can see that for other people. If you don't know the person, you want to get on the call and see what they're about, and they haven't got much content, maybe they're in a different space, then yes, I can see why.
But I think it also depends on how you position the call and what you do during the call. Because when I first started out, I just used to give everything away. And it was never half an hour, it would be an hour. I'm a people person, so I'd like the
giving away the farm, giving away everything you've got.
Giving away everything. And but now, and I think we've spoken about this, I use a triage call. And I make it clear that it's really about people who are interested in working with me in some capacity or in some capacity. I don't know what else I was going to say there. But the thing that I do is I use a pre-call questionnaire. And if somebody books a call with me and I don't have any contact with them, or I've never had contact with them before, just totally random person, then they get an email to say fill out the questionnaire, and if it's not filled out, the call won't go ahead. Generally, the people who jump on a call with me, I'm not random. I know of them. They've contacted me in some way or the other. But the pre-call questionnaire really lines up for me how the call is going to go. Now, because I don't have an influx of people booking me, and I'm sure once I set up my traffic lead generation, I'll have more. But I can pretty much look at the questionnaire and know whether I would be interested in working with that person. And also I have a monetary question in there. So I've got a fair idea if this person, can spend money on my services based on a couple of questions I ask. So I pretty much go in that way. If they are likely to work with me, then we're going to do the whole, let's figure out how we can work together. If I don't think they're going to work with me, I don't mind jumping on the call, but it ends pretty swiftly, and I give 3 tips, if that, and then direct them somewhere else.
Well, I have a pre-call questionnaire as well that pretty much qualifies the clients as well, because it's asking them. I don't ask the budget, but maybe I think I did. I used to, but I took it out.
I don't ask the budget. I never
because people don't know the budget.
No.
I've I have a pre-call questionnaire that does qualify my clients, but even so, it doesn't guarantee that they'll turn up for the call. And I guess that's my biggest bugbear, waste of my time. You know, so that fill in the call, fill in the questionnaire. Sorry, go through my process. Well, it's not all my processes. That is the only process.
Right.
They're waiting for the call and they don't come. So this is why I'm saying, actually, if you've got skin in the game, you're more likely to turn up.
But maybe I'm wondering, because I use a software online scheduling tool that I can set up when the person receives reminders. So mine is set up to be a day before, an hour before, 10 minutes before.
I've got that. So it's still obviously some people are just tire kickers or time wasters, or I get it when other things come up. But this is my point. This is a kind of two-pronged thing. Firstly, I think that it gets rid of kind of time wasters straight off, even if you just charge a nominal amount. And second, certainly for me or people in my space, we are already, or should be already, given a lot of who we are and what we're about via all our content we provide. You can see whether you want to work with me pretty much straight away, because you can see from my website, you can see from my content, I'm pretty upfront about what sort of person I am. So that's really what I'm getting at. And I guess I just want to know other people's feelings on it, because I know lots of people do different things, and it's been that everybody seems to be providing these calls now, and myself included. And I thought, is it a really good way of capturing leads or clients? I'm not so sure. Free ones. That's my question.
See, now when you say that, I don't think that it should be the only way that you capture clients, which obviously there are many different strategies that can be put in place. But I have heard of some people saying, and I agree with, when you offer something for free, people don't value it as much. So I guess it's kind of defining what to expect in that call. With my call, I don't think I have to check the copy now, but I remember wording it in a way that people are not going to get coaching. It's not a coaching call. It's not, I'm going to tell you how to solve your biggest problem. It's a clarity call in which we decide how we might be able to work together. And the way I look at it is, way before the internet, there was the telephone, and then there was the face-to-face meeting. So I kind of understand that it might be important, no matter how great you look on paper or on the digital screen with your testimonials and so forth, kind of understand that somebody might want to have a chat with you first, but then what do you do in that call? And
I guess that's why it's defining what's going on in that call.
And so that they're aware. I mean, you have a ton of content and you're very consistent. And as I've mentioned many a times, I'm not quite the same way, but I do have enough testimonials and enough information out there that people pretty much kind of know what to expect. But then I still notice that when I jump on a call with someone, their expectations still very different. So and
I guess that's what I'm coming back to is, if you providing enough value in kind of free content, then that should be enough. But I'm still a bit unsure about it, so that's why I brought it up today, because I want to get other people's opinions on the whole issue. And I think it very much does depend on what you're offering as a service and what you're doing on that call, as you rightly pointed out. So I just want to get other people's opinions on this. Really,
I mean, I've done this myself for things that I've wanted to sign up for, even though somebody had tons of content, and one of them was chatbots. I signed up for consulting with that, and it was a fair bit of money, but even though she had a lot of content everywhere, I still wanted that call, and I had that call with her. And I remember feeling a bit bad because her discovery call was supposed to be half an hour and I had her talking for an hour, but I did hire her, so that was fine. But that's my biggest problem, is keeping it to the half an hour.
I've seen people I'd like to work with, and I know that I want to work with them more or less straight away by their content, and I'd be happy to pay a sum of money for their time, even if
without speaking to them.
So I would be willing to pay money to get on the call and speak to some of these people, even if it was a nominal amount, is what I'm saying, not the
I got
or I then go on and employ them for the whole package, if you like, definitely, because but then on the other hand, other people, I'm like, well, I don't really know who you are, so I wouldn't, I want to taste that. So right. this is the kind of problem I'm seeing. So maybe that is the answer. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, every time I've come up against this in terms of, people talking about it on LinkedIn, on Facebook, quite a few people have said charge, even if it's $1. And the reason for that as well, people don't mind spending $1. They have PayPal, and it's another way of, if they don't turn up, you have them in your, CRM. So you can add them to your mailing list or whatever it is that you're using to kind of recapture them. And that's something that I'm missing, to be honest. Even though I capture the emails, I haven't quite segmented. So if they don't show up, that I'm following up, because that's what it is really. It's a sales kind of follow-up. But yeah, so it would make sense. I would probably do it, but I'm not at the stage where I have tie kickers. I tend to not have that many people kind of schedule a free call. And those that do are ones that I've directed them there, like, hey, let's, jump on the call. But for a lot of others, I've seen it. I think some charge $1. I've seen someone charge 10. And then they offer something, the ones that charge, they say, and at the end of the call, you will receive a blah, blah, blah. So I guess, yeah, it'd be really interesting to see what people think and what they do. I want to know now.
So have you got any news do you want to share with everybody that you've been up to?
Other than I've finally got back into work, because I've spent the summer on vacation. And it was and it's October, it's the first of the month, so I'm raring to go. I'm getting things set up, and so nothing major to share at the moment, but there will be some things in the pipeline for sure. What about you?
No, just that if people want to join my Compelling Copy Corner Facebook group, please do. And also I've got a few new courses might be releasing soon, so I'm busy.
You always do. You're a course queen.
I am course queen. Okay, well then that's love, peace and great copy from me.
And ciao ciao from me. Bye.
Bye.